Well, good morning, everyone. It is morning here. You're probably getting this a little later in the day, but it's been a while since I've just been able to talk directly with you. I realise we've been quite involved with getting ready for public worship and a little bit of nervousness of getting it running, getting back together, working out the systems and the ways that we will be. Things seem to have settled down reasonably well, and if you've been along, thank you for your patience. If you haven't, don't worry. We're not going anywhere. We're here for, I think things will gently emerge and settle down. Just as a little note, you will receive on the sheets this week a little update to say that we're going to offer an opportunity for those who if you feel you can't come to the public worship on a Sunday. You find that being amongst others is something which at the moment isn't the right place for you to be for one reason or another. We're offering on Thursday afternoons. You need to get in touch with me, email me. I don't know why I'm pointing down there, there's nothing there. I'll put it there, there we are. Email me or send me a text message or a phone call. And book a 15-minute appointment on Thursday afternoon between 3 and 4 initially. And that's an opportunity for you to come into church, spend a bit of quiet time, and if you wish, you can receive communion then under the same conditions that we receive communion on Sunday morning at the moment. So if you're at home, and I know there's a few of you, so some of you in the household feel you might not have been able to come and feel that you can't come to the amongst the majority of people. And that will be really, if you come along, it'll be just you or your household, a pair of you maybe, and allowed into the church at the specific time that's agreed. And there'll be a 15-minute opportunity for you to come in and out and spend a bit of time in church and receive communion. So please do take advantage of that. One or two people have asked, and I know there's some out there who... out there, he says out there, for whom this could be important. So please do get in touch and we can arrange that. So that's another kind of movement on. You might have noticed watching the service on Sunday, you'd have heard the organ playing. That was real, that was live, as I said. Also the bells were ringing outside a bit earlier on, probably wouldn't have heard that, or the bell is ringing. We're allowed just to tell that. Or one or two things to make ourselves feel in a comfortable and familiar place on our journey. But none of us are really in a familiar place. It's all very strange. I suspect the church now, like this, is going to continue for a little while, the way we do things on Sundays. And we can't do the midweek at the moment because it's all about cleanliness. It's Thursday morning. Cleaners are currently going through church at the moment and sterilising everything down, all the pews and everything else. That's been done every week, so that we really do adhere to all the rules. Some places, and I've been to places where they are not bothering. Well, they are bothering, but just with a light touch. And I'm afraid I can't do that. That's not my style, I'm afraid. I want to make sure that everything is as complete and as secure for you as possible, to make sure you're fine. You don't want to come to church and find a place of worry. It's anything far from that. So far so good. But I do need to also just say something else, totally different subject, but a thank you. On a very practical note, throughout this time, we've been able to carry on going, and there is a great uncertainty within the church about how in the future we're going to be. But practically, and you very rarely hear me talk about this because it's not really me that does this, but it will be now. Financially, thank you very much. Many of you have changed your ways and started to pay directly to into the parish, direct payment, standing order, whichever. I'll be honest, at the moment we have very little. It's very difficult for us. If you give us cash, it's quite hard for us to pay in, and checks are very hard to pay in at the moment. So thanks to George, who does get that done, but it's quite difficult. So, but for the majority, yeah, thank you very much. We've been able to maintain where we are. We haven't yet started the work on the hall. That will begin in 3 weeks' time, as we're planning to do the rewiring of the hall. But financially, we're staying okay. Everything with the diocese has literally everything, all the financial stuff from last year has simply been moved on to this year. So all the this parish share and that remains the same. They're just following the same figures. Kind of makes sense, really. But we carry on, and that's important. But I do need to say that one decision that we have to come up with now is that because you've been offering to pay online, which is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Makes it very good. Thank you very much. The need for envelopes, for the giving envelopes, has reduced and reduced. Within the space of 3 years, we've gone from handing out over 25 boxes of envelopes to just 8. And if I tell you that we can only buy them in quantities of 25, in a great way, we're throwing away, I'm trying to work that out, 17 sets of boxes. We don't need them. They're dated and numbered, and we throw them away. But we're wasting a lot of money in that way with doing that. So we need to look. For some people, the envelope is important. So we're looking at a new system, but of envelopes which aren't the same as you will have had. We're looking at an envelope which will be for several reasons, including giving. Your regular giving. You just have to remember a number. That's all. But so we need to do that fairly quickly, because as we've moved away from envelopes, are we going to buy a load that we don't need? So we need to look at a new way. So if you have any thoughts about it, please let me know. And I really mean that. You'll need to let me know, because we have to make a decision fairly quickly to order them. And to be printed ready for, would you believe it, going to get ordered in later on in mid-August, so that they can be with us for December. All the churches all want them at the same time, you see. So, but we need to make a decision over the next couple of weeks. So please let me know what you think. But we're looking at an envelope which will have several purposes on one side, and if you wish to receive an envelope, we can give you 52 of them, and each week you tick giving, put your number and your date on it, so that don't need any more information. The envelope can be used for other things as well, we're looking at. So if there's a specific offering that's happening, a charitable Lent gift or something like that, or Advent gift, or whether there's a gift aid, you wish to give a one-off donation or whatever. An envelope we can get printed that does everything. So it's a bit of a change. But we do want to ensure that there is that flexibility. But I will say it is better. It is better if you are able to simply email George and arrange standing order. Much easier. You can do it now. You don't need to take stuff into the bank. He can do that for you. It just makes it. I mean, I don't like talking about cash in church. But we have to, and this is a way of ensuring that continues. If you pay by, thank you for those that do pay by standing order. If you are considering it, it allows you to put that there and concentrate on. There he is. That. The money is important. We tithe, we give. That allows us to continue the work of the church, which not just the upkeep of the building, which you'll think it is. It's the work of the church. That's why I can able to come to you and other places and what we do. And you're able to come to us, and we keep the church open. It's a great gift we have, by the way. Our great gift, which can feel often like a burden, is the fact that we are given a church, building and grounds, or a place of worship, which we are given as a gift to throw open to the world. Remember, the St. Bartholomew's is not, yes, it's ours, but it's not ours. It's for the community. It's for all the people here to come into, and it's a great thing for us to do. When this is all cleared up, we'll be able to, as we say, have the doors open every day, but that will come later. And our giving is part of that whole whole package of making Christ available. That's a strange balance, isn't it? Trust in the Spirit, but also we do need some cash to keep things going, to allow us to help people. It's an oddity. It's an oddity, and a lot of the parables at the moment about that. I think we get some parables about money coming soon, gifts and talents. That's all coming up in the weeks to come as we move through the summer. So look, I do encourage you, if you haven't so far, please do phone George, and I'm sure he'll be delighted. He's probably groaning right now, going, "Oh no!" No, he won't. To set up a standing order for you, or direct debit, much better, if possible. But we will have to look at another way of replacing those envelopes, because only 8 people want them, and it's just really, a wonderful way. It's not that cost effective to buy yet the same sort that we've been buying in probably since 1958. That's probably when the first order went in. They haven't changed at all in all those years. The same design is roughly the same since about 1945. So there we go. We will have to do that. But do let me know. Do let me know, please, what you think. Polite comments, please. Do let me know what you think. Email me, or drop me a line, put a note through my door, whichever way. If I hear nothing, I presume you're deliriously happy with the idea, and we'll have to move on, because we do have to make that decision fairly soon. Okay, that's a fairly practical thing, but again, over all of that, I do want to say thank you very much. You do support what we do here, and St Bartholomew's as a place for a beacon of Christ, as it were, as a physical beacon of Christ, continues and is able to be at the heart of the communities. Well, not just here, actually, quite across Plymouth and even beyond. Bit of a worldwide church at times at the moment, which is a great blessing. And if those of you, by the way, on the other side of the world want to make a donation, you know what I mean. So thank you very much, folks. I really do mean that. I get nervous, awkward and embarrassed talking about this stuff, but thank you very much indeed. So there we are. We're gently moving onwards. One or two things are happening. I say, if you are aren't able to come to on Sundays and wish to come and spend some time in church, we're not open on Sunday afternoon. You all came on the Sunday morning, those would have. So, but on Thursday afternoon, between 3 and 4 initially, I'll be able to come along, book an appointment, and be able to receive communion as well. It's very difficult to have all times. I know there's some people evenings and afternoons and mornings and stuff. Very difficult, but initially we just have a slot there. And the reason Thursday is important, it's very practical. The church is cleaned on Thursday morning. Right now it's being cleaned and it's being sanitised, and all the pews are being washed down and sanitised, the floors. So by Thursday afternoon, if you are at all nervous of infection or anything, it is the moment when the church is absolutely spotless, hygienically as well as shining. That's important. So there's that moment. And then we leave the church, we leave it shut. We don't allow, it's shut anyway, but we don't allow anyone in. I don't allow anyone in between Friday, Saturday, before Sunday, so it has the time to clear. And then again, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's clear, so that anything dissipates. Oh, things we're learning. So in the meantime, take care, folks. Look after yourselves. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the little notes that I get every now and then. It's lovely. It's very, very encouraging when I do get a note, a message, an email, something comes through the door. Very lovely. Thank you. It's all very odd times. It's quite hard being your priest at the moment when we're skirting past each other, and I'm having to, as I said, at the point we're making decisions and things, we're asked to do stuff that we never anticipated doing. I need that's got my hair's getting long, isn't it? But so difficult. So I do appreciate the messages and the notes you get through, and I do stack them away. I have my little note box, which is really lovely. So thank you. Tonight, don't forget, Discovering the Gospels at 7 o'clock. Still a bit more, not without giving too much away. Well, you'll be able to read the sheet that comes with this. It'll be more about gardening, about the weeds this week, about those pesky weeds. By the way, if you did come, when you did come to Bartholomew, say he hasn't cut the grass. Well, actually, decided not to, because our bees, our colony of bees, our bee that's living in the hall, honey bees they are. They're doing very well. They're loving it out there. The clovers out. They're absolutely loving it. It's a free dinner table for them at the moment. So I'm going to try to move the bees at some point. Get some advice to see how we can tempt them out of the wall and maybe get them in a hive around the back or something. That'd be fun. Residents in Scott House or in the flats will love that. Sorry, Pat. We'll see what we can do. Could be somewhere around the back of the church. Get some bees safely there. So so it's all about, anyway, it's about weeds this week. I'm going on, aren't I? So anyway, look after yourselves. God bless. Catch you later on. And again on Sunday, if you're not at church on Sunday, don't forget, you can come and watch it online. We're a bit quicker now. We've got much faster. I just mustn't get distracted at the end of the service, and we can get it up much more quickly. Hopefully get it up before 12 for you. And then that opportunity, if you wish to come on Thursday afternoon between 3 and 4 initially, let me know. Okay. Catch you soon. Fr.Richard out. Ta-da. Bye.